Welcome back, race fans. Tonight, the Dave Bush Sim Racing Lease Cup Series Season 15, the Music City 150, round number 14 here at the Nashville Superspeedway, presented to you all by MaxspeedTV. Of course, myself, Joshua Medlock, Will Roberts joining me again here tonight. It looks like we've got Paul Brennan and Steven already out there in chat here this evening. Of course, Will, you know, this track very, very unique in a way of how it's shaped. Not necessarily a super speedway, but that's kind of what it's named to be. Glad to have you, Will. And what do you expect here tonight, bud?
Well, Nashville Superspeedway, it can be a tricky track getting in, you know, to turns 1 and 3, coming out of 2 and 4. It's a concrete track. It may become more slick than what it could already be here in practice and qualifying. You just got to wait and see here. 10 mile per hour wind jumping back and forth between, you know, 8 to 11 there. So, you never can tell with Nashville.
Yep.
Like you said, it's a unique track. It's not quite a mile and a half. It's a mile and a third. So speeds are going to be slower than a regular mile and a half. It looks like it. It's very tempting. It can misdirect you, per se, Joshua. So looking forward to a great race here at Nashville this evening at Music City, just outside of Lebanon, or just outside of Nashville here in Lebanon.
Yeah, it's really actually not too far from where I live. I live on the other side of Arkansas, near the Oklahoma border. It's pretty much interstate all the way to Lebanon, Tennessee. So, you know, it's not really that far. But, you know, coming down to under 4 minutes to go here, we got an air temp of 85, a track temp of 98, 150 laps, 200 miles. 4 sets of tires, 75% fuel, so we're looking at, now we've got it set at 35 to 40. It could be a little more than that, but safe call at 35 to 40 is kind of what we anticipate. You know, these tires are not going to hold up on this concrete surface, so tires definitely going to be key, especially that right front and possibly that right rear, so we'll keep an eye out on the tire issue here tonight. 45-mile-an-hour pit road here this evening. That could be a troublesome spot for some drivers here, as well as any other track. Pit road is a dangerous spot anyhow. Pace speed here tonight of 55 miles an hour. Getting down here to about 3 minutes to go here. We'll take a look at the point standings coming in tonight after our national anthem provided by Madison Rising.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
Well, alrighty, folks, we are back live here on MaxspeedTV. Qualifying underway here tonight. We already got the point standings pulled up here. Zachary Rogic up in the top spot at 458. Ryan Messer going to stay where he's at second at 439, 19 behind the leader. And Chris Paff going to stay where he's at as well in third at 424, 34 behind the leader and 15 behind Ryan. We got a couple of movers here. Zach Deutscher up a spot into fourth at 394, 64 behind the leader and 30 behind Chris. Kyle Munson up a spot as well to fifth at 364, 94 behind the leader and 30 behind Deutscher. Joseph Cossey is down 2 spots into sixth at 362. 96 behind the leader and 2 behind Kyle. Michael Yarrow is going to stay where he's at in 7th at 322. 136 behind the leader and 40 behind Joseph. Austin Sailor's up a spot into 8th at 314. 144 behind the leader and 8 behind Michael. Jeff Gilmore down a spot into 9th at 302. 156 behind the leader and 12 behind Austin. And Art Mullane is going to stay where he's at in 10th at 299. 159 behind the leader and 3 behind Jeff. Gomez, Mark Koshik as well, is going to stay where he's at in 11th at 272. 186 behind the leader and 27 behind Art. Jason Adams up a spot into 12th at 261. 197 behind the leader and 11 behind Mark. Philip Richmond up a spot as well to 13th at 254. 204 behind the leader and 7 behind Jason. Gary Slapinski down 3 spots from last week at the 14th at 243. 215 behind the leader and 11 behind Philip. And then our first tie coming in at 2 tonight, Brandon Sheets, who right there at 15th. Robbie Stewart up 4 spots, tied with Brandon at 266, 415th at 232, 17 behind the at 226 points between the two, 232 behind the leader and 17 behind Gary. Jim Coleman'sberger up 3 into 17th at 219. 293 behind the leader and 7 behind Stewart and Sheets. And then a 3-way tie between Robbie Darnell, who is up 3 spots, Brandon Hartwell, who is down 2, and Kyle Heath, who is down 2 as well. Now, all 3 of these gentlemen, 207, 251 behind the leader, but 12 behind Jim Coleman'sberger. So very, very, close in the point standings indeed between, of course, each of the drivers, but, we still have a long season to go. By far, will not even done with, the regular season. We are, getting close, but these guys still have a lot of work cut out for them, throughout the rest of the, I don't know exactly how many races we got, but, we still got quite a few.
I want to say 18, 19, something like that. More than that. Something like that. I want to say it's in that ballpark.
Something like that. I can actually bring it up here while they qualify here. Right now, Chris Paff is up in the top position here in qualifying. Robbie Darnell, who is right there in the 44 in second. Zachary Rogic in third. Kyle Heath just went into fourth. And Zach Deutscher right now in that 5th position. So let me turn my fan up a little bit toward the ceiling so it's not blowing everybody out of the water here. But we are on Kyle right at the moment. And it does look like Chris Paff is going to be holding on to that top spot here this evening. We do have, let's see here, in the regular season counting tonight, 8 more races. So, wow. All right, well.
Hey, I was right.
Yep.
It is 18 races in total to finish out the season.
Yeah.
I said 17, 18.
Somewhere right in there. But Chris Paff grabbing the pole out here tonight. Let's go ahead and get him down here real quick, Will. Chris, got a copy there, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, we're grabbing the pole out here tonight at Nashville Superspeedway. I mean, times are pretty close, but how you feeling out there here tonight, buddy? What's it going to take?
It's just going to take patience, man. This track temp's getting colder and colder. It was like 100, 101 in practice, and then qualifying it cooled down like 6, 7 degrees, and now it looks like the start of the race are even colder than that. So it's going to be gripped up, and just got to be mindful of that. The times are going to be fast, the speeds are going to be fast. Just got to take care of it.
What's the tires? You think tires are going to be a key role here tonight, like especially that right front with this being a concrete surface?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This thing's like a cheese grater. You know it is.
Yeah.
Tires are going to be a premium, so we got to manage how we're going to do that.
Definitely. So 150 laps here now, buddy. Good luck down there, and congratulations on the pole here tonight.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank
Appreciate you.
Yep. All right. Well, let's get him out there, and of course they are going to be gridding up here, or getting on the grid here. So let's go ahead and get that qualifying time off of there here this evening. We'll go ahead and grid them up here, too, on the MaxspeedTV starting grid. Chris Paff with that 30.022, fast enough for that top spot. Barely, but, hey, that's all it takes right there. He's going to start up front. Robbie Darnell, good time there at a 30.039. Right there in a second, right as row 1. Row 2, going to be Zachary Rongich in 3rd, Kyle Heath 4th. Row 3, Zach Deuscher in 5th. Philip Bridgman in 6th. Row 4, Austin Saylor 7th. Jason Adams in 8th. Row 5, and the top 10 is Jeff Gilmore in 9th and Kyle Munson in 10th. Row 6 is Robbie Stewart, the last one to take a qualifying time. Joseph Cossey of the non-qualifiers. iRacing is going to line them up like this with him in 12th. Michael Yarbrough and Robert Love there in row 7. Row number 8 is Clifton Ashley in 15th. Kevin Roy in 16th. Row 9, Jim Coleman-Spurger in 17th, and Paul Buscohen in 18th. And row 10, well, he's going to round it out here tonight. The 19th car is Gomez, Mark Koshik here this evening. So 19 drivers here tonight. Does look like Cossey and Love did not grid here either. So going to be an interesting to see if they even do decide to come out.
Gonna have to see, like I said earlier at the top of the show, like what Path was saying, I don't really think it's going to become too slick, uncontrollable for the drivers. I think it's going to become just right, just what the drivers need or want for the cars to be really grippy, really kind of railed to the track, as if the car is on rails, so to speak. That old slogan, man, he looked like he was on rails. So let's see which one can find their, can get their train engine on the tracks the best tonight here at Nashville. As the pace car peels off, Joshua, here we go.
Here we go. Pace car's off and away for the first time here tonight into the Geico start zone here this evening. They will have to go on the initial green, and the green is out. Boogity, 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 folks. We are Nashville Superspeedway racing here tonight. The Music City 150. Looks like Joseph Cossey did start on pit road here tonight. Already seeing the 38 of Zachary Rongich to the inside of Robbie Darnell. The 21 of Deuscher, the 43 of Slayers. That's what I call him, Slayers. That's sailors, but slayers. You're going to try to slay it up again here tonight. Chris Paff leading the first lap here this evening. Bonus point out of the way here early. He's got the clean air. Doesn't have anybody to worry about at the present time, Will. But still a long way to go.
And you see Robbie had a bit of a twitch on the outside lane in turn 2. So just got to be a bit careful out there. Don't want to get up too much in that gray stuff. And he does.
He got too much of it and got the wall, and that is going to send him back even further.
Right as I was speaking.
I know, right? That happens too.
And then him and Austin might have had a bit of contact right as we were getting on board.
Yeah.
To the best, like
let's see
old
here.
AJ Allmendinger Best Buy paint scheme, or
don't see any damage on the left rear, but boy, yeah, that right side, boy, he pancaked.
Turn 3.
He sure did. Man, well, taking a look at it, doesn't look too bad, but it does look pretty bad.
It is so easy to do that here at Nashville coming out of the corners because it narrows up right at the wall coming out of these corners. So, you really want to back up your entry into these corners, and doing so, if you can get to the apex or just get to the center of the corner, you may have to just keep letting it roll or maybe burp it some more before you get back into the throttle completely. on exit, or else it's going to send you to the moon.
Taking a nose look here on Clifton Ashley. We see the single file already forming up ahead of him. Of course, oh, looks like the three.
Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie
Yep,
Stewart got a little
tight
and had to push up, had to get out of it. But he's okay. Doesn't look like he pancaked the wall here, but we'll go ahead and take a look at it. Nah, he's all right. Oh, wow, somebody, yeah. I think that might have been, that was Kyle Heath. Yeah, what happened? Oh, he started to lose it. Oh, no.
Just coming over the bump there in turn 4, the car just gets caught out by that bump right there in the dead center of turn 4, right on the exit.
Right there.
It has a twitch, and then Zach just nowhere to go. I mean, he just kind of finishes him off, just really because Kyle, he had lost so much momentum, lost so much speed. He was back down so far from trying to catch the car, but I don't know if he was. Man, that was a long slide. I don't know if he was going to be able to catch that in a month of Sundays or not.
Man, well, he does keep it off the wall. That's a good
keeps it off the wall,
but man,
not really any damage. I don't even think Zach has that much. I don't think Zach has any front end damage to his car. Kyle really gets out of that one alive, really. So
trying to find the 21 here, see if we can look at the 21 of Zach Deuscher. I don't think neither one of them have any damage, but you know
it's just the slightest of nip, from the 21's front bumper. Like I said, just to finish.
Yeah. And Zach had nowhere to go. I mean, you're that close.
Coming out of turn 4, you swoop up towards the wall here with these big, heavy stock cars, and it's just a product of the racing here at this mile and a third track and at this D-shaped oval here, Joshua. So whenever he gets loose, he's catching it, and like I said, it would have been a kind of a 50-50 toss-up if Kyle would have been able to catch it after
or not. Yep.
After that second long slide he had. Like, he had it saved, then it went into another slide, and then Zach came up and just was like, "Oh, sorry, bud."
Yeah. Let me get Deuscher down here real quick and kind of talk to him and see what he saw there and the reaction time he had. Zach Deuscher, bud, I know we seen kind of what happened there, but it happened right in front of you, and you had no reaction. What'd you see there, man? What happened?
I never meant to get into him. I seen him get loose, and then he hit the wall, and there was just nowhere to go. I feel bad for him, but thank God I see he has no damage, so hopefully he can make it back up there.
Yeah. I mean, you were right there, buddy, and it happened so quick. Y'all ain't even spread out, so there was nothing you could have done except slam on your brakes, and you ain't gonna do that. So but hey, we still got a long way to go. Everybody's back out there on the track. Everybody's clean. So good luck, Zach. See what you got.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll just get him down here. I mean, it sounds like he's in good spirits, and Zach did not mean to do that, and I think Kyle knows that Zach did not mean to do that. So,
right.
It looks like Stephen laying out there talking smack as always. We got Shorty out there, Brennan Kennedy out in chat here tonight. How are y'all doing? So, Paul, Brendan, and Steven, the only people out there chatted up. We got 12 watching, but only 3 likes out there here this evening. Can we hit that like button here, folks? Get 5, 10, 15, 20 likes out there here tonight. We're still looking to get our subscriber number up to 10,000. Pace car is off and away and into the Geico start zone again here this evening. Coming to lap number 9, green back out. They're on the loud pedal here this evening again. Here we go, folks. We see Chris Paff, Zachary Rogich, Zach Deuscher, Philip Bridgman, and Robbie Darnell. Now the question is, when they came down pit road, do you think, I don't think anybody took tires. You got to save them. It's way too early to take a set of tires. What do you think?
I mean, it all depends on really who wanted to take a set this early. Like you said, I truly think you might need to save them, like you say. I agree with that sentiment.
One lap down, Rogich up front now. He has led. That was his first
bonus point.
Yep, that was his first lap led there. Now look at the outside though. Philip Bridgman coming from 6th to 2nd. He's got company, though. He's got Pav Still, Deutscher, Darnell, and Slayers.
Yeah, here comes Munson on the attack. He's going to bring Gilmore with him. Adams. Oh,
whoa, man.
Robbie. I think that was Robbie back in the wall.
I think a couple of them hit the wall.
It might have been either Robbie or Zach.
I think, see, there's Robbie there. It might have been Robbie. It might have been.
It was either Zach or Robbie.
Yeah, it was one of the two. We don't
They
know.
both
It
have
happened.
the same colored kind of front end.
Yeah, happened so quick. Now it looks like they're going to jostle for a single file here, getting back to Jason Adams. Started 8th, kind of running right where he started. He's in 9th right now, and he is going to come out. Man, they're getting so close to that wall back there.
Well, like I said, you kind of trickle down into these corners, into turns 1 and 3, and the track just funnels up. We got another
Yeah,
spinner
we have
of the racing
we got
surface.
it. No yellow. That is Philip Bridgman off and away here, and I don't think Philip kept it off the wall. We will take a rewind here, like a very quick rewind, and find out what happened. I think he just lost it. And he
had
did.
a turn 2.
He did. He just lost it. It was.
Oh, man.
And
He locks it down, swings it around.
he does keep it
and-
off the wall. Nice job. Wow.
Applause for Philip keeping it off that wall. It could have been very gnarly for him down in the inside retaining wall, but the grass, I think, kind of helped him there.
Yep.
Really dug the car in after he tugged it back to the right. More scrapage off the turn 4 retaining wall. But Philip's going to be probably a half a track, if not more, down. So he's really going to hope and pray for another caution here.
Yep. And we're watching a good battle back here. This is around Causey, Yarrow, Stewart, Kyle Heath, all right here together. 10th to about 12th, 13th. That's Robbie on the outside of the 13. Robbie Stewart, the 3. Kyle Heath there in the 13 on the inside. The Me Marie Designs 13. Y'all are in the market for tumblers, custom tumblers, shirts, whatever the case may be. Me Marie Designs. Hit up Kyle Heath right there, and he will, kind of give you an idea of what his wife does in her company. Robbie Darnell falling back a spot here to the 40 of Kyle Munson taking over the 5th position. He started 10th and out of the corner. And golly, that was Robbie Darnell that hit that scrapage there. We seen that one.
You got to be careful not to, you can softly touch the wall or kiss the wall or scrape the wall, but once you start slamming, pancaking the wall, that's whenever you're going to start knocking, toes loose on the suspension or just different things, and it's going to make that steering offset. So
Yeah.
you don't want to keep doing that. You're going to bend that steering angle or something another to where the car's just going to become undrivable.
Sorry about that.
3 wide action there coming into turn 1. It all gets evened out in the center of the corner. All good, Joshua. That was Kyle Heath, Gilmore, and Causey.
Causey, yeah, Joseph Causey.
I couldn't see his number for the life of me on the side of his car, so my apologies. I was squinting, I was doing everything. I was about to get a magnifying glass.
What number is that?
Right?
Oh, man.
It just has to do with the paint scheme, I feel like. It nothing to do with the way he's got the, who knows, my eyesight can be bad at times. I do not have the greatest.
I don't either. Still a good battle though back here between Causey and Gilmore. I mean, they're keeping it close.
Heath used that outside lane to his ability to get around Causey and Gilmore. Then he filed in back to the bottom. So he's trying to work his way back downtown after having a spinneroonie off of turn 4 with some help from Deutscher after just nowhere to go for his sake. Anyway, Nashville, it can become a single lane groove track, especially once the tires start to wear out. You can't really move around too much, but just got to keep on keeping on, so.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Good battle here. Robbie falling into the clutches of, who is that?
Let's see, Robbie Darnell, that would be Clifton Ashley,
Oh, yeah.
Jason Adams, Michael Yarrow. Ooh, Jason did a little blinky there. Looks like Robbie Darnell falling back here as well. Probably not liking what he's seeing. That put Kyle Heath to his inside.
I think he just overdrove the center of 1 and 2, and he was going to almost eat the wall at a turn 4. So he had to, turn 2. So he had to back the corner up. So you will lose so much time if you stay out of the throttle more. If you're just going to be lingering, you're going to lose so much time. 21 laps into this race, so closing in on 125 to go, Joshua.
Oh yeah, already. Well, I do want to do a little disclaimer here. If anybody knows anybody down in around the islands of the Turks and Caicos, down there, southeast of Puerto Rico in those islands area, and I can't remember what they're called, but if anybody knows anybody down there that lives on those islands, tell them to get out now, because Hurricane Beryl is a strong Category 4 hurricane, and it is barreling down on them islands. So, or it's fixing to. It's pretty close. So.
Are you one of the type of guys that has like the Weather Channel going all the time or something?
I am a weather nerd. So yes.
You got radar going, or looks like you just got like a. You've got a window on the side of your computer, like popped up, don't you? That has like radar, like global radar, don't you?
I actually have another computer I've got it pulled up on, so.
You just got 2 computers set beside you. You got one for my weather, one for my commentating stuff.
Actually, I've got 3. I got my desktop, my laptop, and I've got an all-in-one. So yeah, we're set. I got another laptop in pawn. I just got to get it out. So that would be 4.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But anywho, yeah, enough about me and all my computers. We got a good battle right here. Yet again, Ashley, Yarrow, Heath, and of course Kelsey right on the bumper.
Yeah, Clifton Ashley and the Brad Keselowski Darlington throwback from this year.
Tara Paff out in chat. How you doing? Yeah, Newsbreak works for that too. You got that right. How you doing, Tara? Glad to see you in chat. Yep. I had to get rid of Newsbreak though, because it seemed like every 5 minutes something was going on. I was like, nope, can't have this. Delete.
Yeah, it seems like all the news apps that you can download, like they always tell you something that's happened. Like, I only want, like, the emergency-ness stuff that happens. Like, to me, that's news.
Yeah.
Well,
they're getting it figured out back here, I think. Yarrow and Kelsey, though, still going at it here for that 9th position. And 88, he's working it. And I think he's got it. Yep, he is going to get around Yarrow there for 9th. Yarrow back to 10th. However, still plenty of laps to go. Robbie Darnell from 2nd to 11th.
So we have a big F1 style battle right here. I didn't mean to cut you off, Joshua. I was just saying that battle back there, that from Clifton Ashley back to Gilmore, that's a good F1 style battle. We got 3, cars battling it, and then right behind them you have Robbie and Gilmore. Kind of struggling at their own pace. Not really struggling, just minding their own pace. My apologies. Struggling, just the first word that popped out the old pie hole.
Well, good luck tonight, Steven, man. Thank you for jumping in here at the beginning of the broadcast of the race here tonight, buddy. Good luck down there in your Sunday night race, man. Maybe grab your victory out there tonight, buddy. Hey, you never know. You never know what's going to happen, man. Woo, Yarrow, I thought that car was going to snap on him, but nope, it did not. Thank God. And of course, looks like the sun is starting to peek out again here too. Let's go and take a look real quickly. Well, not at the cautions. We do know there have been one caution here. I want the pre-race analytics here real quick. So track temp is still only 85 degrees, so it's not bad at all on the track here. But it looks like Kyle Munson under fire here from Kyle Heath.
So Chris Paff still only 0.5 of a second back, or a half a second back, my apologies, of the race leader, Zach Rongich. And then Zach Deutscher, that is the top 3 as they run. And then Kyle Heath moving into 4th position. There is, 5th position, my apologies. He's got Austin, I do believe that's Austin in front of him in 4th position. So that's the top 5 as they run. Right behind Kyle is Munson, Kyle Munson. So the Kyle and Kyles are kind of to death. Man, English hard for us tonight, Joshua. They are kind of together. There we go. It eventually came out. But Munson is really under fire from Jason Adams. Jason on the attack of the 40.
Yeah, looking at it right here. Okay, I figured out the name of the... Oh, Jason. Boy, yeah, he was coming up on Kyle Munson. Had to back out of it real quickly. So it's the Windward Islands. It's the Windward Islands. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, beginning early tomorrow morning. So, yeah. We'll, in the Cayman Islands, Jamaica.
I was about to say, isn't the Cayman Islands near there?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yes, you confirmed that. Thank you.
So everybody in that area, please
I think there's a Porsche dealership on, near or around the Cayman Islands.
I think so. Oh, boy, Jason Adams, man. Yeah, there he goes. He is going to go to the inside here. Oh, it's going to get tight. Oh, wow. 3 wide now here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, buddy. Jason in the middle.
Oh, no.
This is going to be a huge wreck here. 3 drivers, and we've seen what actually happened there.
Missed timing by Jason.
Yeah.
He was going to get down on the bottom for the corner, you would have to presume, and then just comes down and just clips Kasi in the right rear, just right hooks him.
That was...
He would have...
Yeah. Let me see here. Where is he?
You would have had to have known they were 3 wide, right? If you're in the middle, come on.
I mean, I would assume, yeah, the 88 car right there. So yeah, we could see this 3 wide.
I mean,
right.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. I think Kelsey also came up too. He came up a little, but then the 24 does go down. So yeah, right there. Yeah.
I feel like Jason goes down way more than Kasi. Like I'm not defending nobody.
Well, I mean, we can look at it here. We can see that both of them, like right there. Oops. Right.
Well, they have to make the corner at some point. But...
You know, Joseph's coming up right there. I mean, he's starting to come up, and then.
But then Jason
Jason's coming down at the same time, and probably miscommunication. Regardless, that's what happened right there. The 24 and the 88. Oh man, and then the 40 of Kyle Munson, nowhere to go. Yeah, right there, and he's just gonna take a lot of damage. His engine is probably shot. Oh, man. He is on pit road. Man, oh, man. Went to South Boston, Virginia race last night. Ah, okay. That's South Boston, correct? The track South Boston? I
believe so.
Thought South Boston was in Boston. That's why they call it South Boston.
No, it's in Virginia.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think it's in Virginia. It's in North Virginia.
Virginia. Yeah, Tara said Virginia, so I would assume Virginia, not West Virginia.
I think they just people from Boston migrated down to Virginia, and I could be mistaken. But I think that's how it went. Like settlers from Boston went down to Virginia, and they called it South Boston. Could be wrong, but
well, it looks like the top 5. No, top 4. 1, 2, 3. Top 4 did not come down pit road. Zachary Rongich, Chris Paff, Austin Sailors, and Zach Deutscher. Robbie Darnell still hasn't came down at all, and Jeff Gilmore still, has not elected to come down pit road. So if you drivers are staying out, You know, saving their stuff, Will. I mean, they know it's a 150-lap race. They know they only got 4 sets of tires. Well, 3 behind the wall, plus the set they start with. That's 4. So, I mean, they got to do what they got to do, and possibly even save a set for maybe a late race yellow potential GWC even. I mean, that has got to be, you know, in their minds, whether it be in the front or the back, you know. But as we get set here, coming to lap number 37, of course, our stage here tonight will be at the end of 53. The reason that it is 53 is Dave. Dave's number is 53, and that number means a lot to us here. So we'll be at the end of lap 53 to 54 into the start zone once again here tonight. Green is out. No tire spin, guys, please.
Yes, Josh, we'll talk about tire management again real quick. Not necessarily tire management out on the track, but in the pit box, like you talked about, how many tires, how many sets of tires you want to have left towards the end of the race. A lot of drivers, they hate when they have a set of tires left over. They want to try to use them all as they can, kind of like Pokemon, got to catch them all.
Yeah.
So in doing so, and towards the end of the race, really the only people who really dare to pit is if the tires are bad enough they really think they need to, or if you need fuel, right? So it all depends on how long that final run of the race is when if we get a green light checkered, and you know, if the drivers feel like they need to come down pit lane, right? So it's all a game of ifs in motorsport, truly.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely so. It looks like Robbie Stewart, Philip Bridgman, and the Castrol 10 of Clifton Ashley there doing some battling here real quick. I don't think that battle's over with, though. I think Clifton's backing off just a little bit, maybe to save his stuff. Then Kyle Munson, that is Kevin Roy in the 77 Can-Am machine coming up on Clifton Ashley. Jason Adams, Kyle Munson, Gomez, Paul Buscohen, and Joseph Kelsey is out there on the racetrack, but 2 laps down, heavy damage on that number 88 machine. I mean, you can't rule him out, but, you know, unless some miracle happens, he can get that damage fixed and get it to where he's got some speed. Right now, It's not looking too promising for Joseph Kelsey.
Well, anytime a race car gets right hooked, it doesn't matter what race car it is. It could be a GT car, sports car, prototype F1. I don't care. Whatever race car gets right hooked into a wall or left, you know, depending on the track, you know, you're basically getting obliterated.
Yeah.
And you know, it's going to take a minute, like you said. You know, maybe multiple pit stops, whether it be green or caution flag pit stops, to come back from that injury, so to speak.
You want to do it under caution if you can, because, you know, if you come down under green, man, that's just more laps.
So much time lost.
Yep, so much time lost. You got more laps you're going down, and, you know, you're kind of defeating the inevitable there, going, you know, 2 laps down is manageable. I will say that 2 laps down is manageable, especially when you run stages, you know, 1 stage or 2 stages, whichever the case may be. You know, but, you know, if you don't run stages, you know, it is a little more difficult to get damage fixed. You know, you got to get it in, got to get it fixed when you come in to get tires and fuel, and then you got to get right back out, because you do not want to go any more laps down than you already are.
I agree with you so much, like 100%. Like I'm so sorry. I just got so happy. Denny Hamlin was leading the race at Nashville. Like the Cup Series is also racing at Nashville today.
Yeah.
As well. Denny Hamlin. I'm putting my fan hat on, not a you know, on the fence commentator hat. Anyway, so fan hats on real quick, Joshua. Denny Hamlin was leading the race. I don't like Denny. And anyway, caution comes out. Austin Cindric does a spinner-Rooney, and I'm just like, yeah, yay. Maybe Denny's not going to win the race. Yay. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see Denny, bodily harm or nothing. Of course not. But like, I don't like Denny the driver. I like Denny the human, but not Denny the race car driver.
It's got one. Yeah.
Just like you don't like Kyle Busch.
Yeah. I hear he's a cool guy outside of racing, but that's just what I've heard. I don't know. I don't like him as a driver. To me, is a whiny bag.
Yeah. I'm a Kyle Busch fan to a certain degree, but when he starts to, like you say, he becomes the whiny bag Kyle, I'm like, oh, come on, Kyle.
Yeah. I was watching Robbie Darnell here and Jim Coleman-Sparger do a little bit of a battle. Hey, Jim's back out in the Folgers paint. Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Now that I say that, yeah.
He's probably going to take it away from us.
Well, he's probably going to be like, he's probably listening in, and he's probably saying, shut your pie hole.
Yeah, to me and to you. About Denny. I think he may be a Denny fan. I can't remember.
I can't either.
I think he's only a Denny fan because of the number 11, so.
Yeah, well, Chris Paff,
if I can remember right, I can't remember.
Second and third, yep, they are.
Closing in on 100.
Yeah, 100.
To go.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said 100. Wait a minute, it ain't 100 to go yet. We ain't even at the stage yet.
No, yeah, look, it's 48 of 150. We're closing in on 100 to go.
Closing in on 100 to go. Stage, of course, at the end of 53 when they hit 54. That is coming up here. In about, if we're not
getting to the first pay window of the race as far as pay window for points.
45, in about 4 to 5 laps. Almost said here in about 45 laps. But here in about 4 to 5 laps, we will be at the stage. And right now, Zachary Rogich just, putting, I wouldn't say he's putting in the work, but, Chris Paff, our pole setter, hanging it back out here in third. I still don't think the battles are over with even throughout the racing tonight. We got to get to the stage. There's lap number 50 here tonight, folks. Just completed the 49th lap.
Anytime we have a restart, Joshua, we're going to still see those little battles that are going to occur until we get, some lappage on the tires. So that's what it's going to be about. Who's going to fire off the best on those cold tires, and then, who's going to take the positions from who. But like you say, we got 5 laps to go now, 4 or 5 laps to go before the stage break, depending on when they throw the caution.
Let's see here, lap 51 now. It's at the end of 53 when they take 54.
So 3 to go.
So 3 to go?
2 to go.
2 to go right now.
Yeah. Well, we will get the math and get it all calculated.
I think it's 3 to go. Yeah, I think it's 3 to go now. It'll be 2 to go this time by. Then we'll have the white flag. I believe. Yeah. So, yeah. One more time around. Next time by will be the white flag here, folks. So, yeah, 2 to go. We are thinking of Dave. Haven't heard from him, haven't talked to him. I hope he's all right. It's about the only thing I know to say, to be honest with you. Here we go, white flag in the air one more time around. Lap 53. Dave, we're thinking of you, buddy. And out of turn number 2, here we go. We've got Zachary Rongich, Kyle Heath, Chris Paff, Austin Sailors, and Zach Deuscher. That's the top 5 as of right now. And it looks like that's the way the top 5 is going to end here. Out of turn 4 through the tri-oval, Zachary Rongich taking the stage here tonight. There is the caution. And we will see here. Yep, it does look like Zachary Rongich. I know Jeff Gilmore and Philip Bridgman were doing a battle back here, but I think Philip was actually ahead of Jeff when that yellow came out. So stage winner tonight, Zachary Rongich, picking up those bonus points like he needs them. I'm picking up Zach here tonight. Oh, Zachary Rongich has gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 poles. He's gotten 1, 2, 3 wins. He is going for his 4th win. His last win, of course, was 2 weeks ago at Kentucky. Ryan Messer won last week. The Brickyard 250 next week, as they are going to come down pit road here.
I believe that'll be 80 laps, I think, at the Brickyard. So, grueling.
I'm showing 100.
All right. Well, yes, it could be 100. Anyway, either way,
Yeah, it's going to be
makes it even more grueling race on the drivers.
Right.
Because you're really. I have not driven a Gen 7 car at the Brickyard, but I've driven plenty of other race cars at the Brickyard, and you really have to back up those corners. You're carrying so much speed down those long straightaways.
Yep.
And you can really get caught out, especially if you're in a battle. You go down the track to defend a position, and you still have to make the corner, right? And there's a wall.
Oh yeah.
So
All
yes,
right.
Zachary Rongich winning the stage here. We're going to talk to him.
Yep. Yes, we are. All right, Zachary Rongich, bud, got a copy there.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, well, congratulations on the stage win here tonight, buddy. Of course, still a little bit to go here, under 100. Still a long race. Can't make it to the end. Tires going to be important, buddy. How did it feel out there for the, the first, 53, 54 laps, of course, with that little caution we had there? Talk about it.
Yeah, it felt great. Was just got to be careful on entrance. You don't overdrive it and push the tires, and keep the front tires on it. And it can over-rotate on exit. You just got to be careful, but it felt good and clean air. Just trying to moderate the gap.
Yeah, we've seen several drivers hit the pancake the wall. Go ahead, Will.
What's it like in the dirty air here, Zach?
It's not the best, but it's when you can see the car in front of you, you can see what they do, and you just try to set up your car so you get back to throttle before them and keep the headlight at least lower to keep some fresh air on the nose.
Right. Well, congratulations on the stage win, man, and thanks for the insight.
Yep, thank you.
All righty, buddy. Well, thank you, Zach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, our stage winner. Now, of course, they're going to be coming out of turn 2 here. So we'll go ahead and get that off of the program here tonight, and we're going to go ahead and talk to. Well, let's see here. Maybe talk to. I think he's here. We don't talk to him much. Is he even in? Yeah, there he is, right there. Clifton Ashley, bud, got a copy.
What's that, buddy?
Hey, man, you got a copy? It's Medlock in the booth.
Hey, man, how are you?
Doing all right. We don't talk to you very often, but we'll go ahead and talk to you tonight, I guess, here tonight. Well, you find yourself in 9th, started 15th, but how's it, feeling out there here, buddy? Dirty air, and, of course, how's the track feeling?
Track feels like it's got a lot of grip in it. It's pretty comfortable driving around. I'm just trying to learn these cars and set my brake bias where I like it so the car will turn.
Oh.
But other than that, the car, everybody's looks pretty good out there. The cars are predictable. They're not all over the place.
Well, that's good to hear. At least y'all kind of are aware of, how the car's going to react in certain areas of the track. So, hopefully, everything hangs out for you, buddy. You're in the top 10 right now. You're still in the fight. We still got a ways to go, Clifton. So, good luck out there, buddy.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
All right, we'll get him back up there because we do not want to disturb him. We don't talk to a lot of these drivers much. Usually, they're unfortunately, some of them end up, behind the wall early, or they're not having a very good race, so they take it behind the wall, and we do not get the opportunity to interview those drivers, you know, and we need to start taking that opportunity when they are having such a good race like Clifton is doing right now, to get them up in the booth and, you know, have a talk to them. And Dylan Lane is out there in chat here tonight. How you doing, Monkey? I call him Monkey, so that's Steven's nephew. Here we go. Pace car is off and away here again after the stage. Coming to lap number 59, Rogic, Stewart, Heath, Pass, Sailors up front, top 5. Here we go. Green back out once again here tonight at the Nashville Superspeedway. We're already going to see a 3-wide situation here as the 3 of Robbie Stewart did not get a good start there, and he is going to fall way back, and he is still in a 3-wide situation back here too. Man, he's on the outside.
Oh, Robbie's going to float up the track.
He did
He
too.
got up in the dirty.
no.
He got some problem with Rogic.
Yeah.
And Kyle Heath loses it on the apron.
Golly.
You got to remember, the apron is not concrete. The apron is asphalt.
No.
So it's going to be a wild transition. And also,
We're going to have to find out, go back here and find out what happened to these guys. It looks like something happened to
you might have to rewind
Rogic.
that a little bit further if you can, from like the entry of turn 3 for
Yeah,
Rogic.
something happened to
Because
Rogic.
Rogic is our race leader.
Yeah, Rogic is the race leader, and then
Did he get a penalty for jumping the start or something?
don't know.
Because, oh man.
But that's
Because he has to check up, and he's swinging it down like he's got a fit or something. Oh man.
yeah. Well, he is coming down pit road, so
if he just does a pass through, or if he just
there
stops
is
in
a
the bump.
yellow right now. I don't know exactly where that came out at. Oh well.
Oh my.
Yeah, somebody smacked the wall back here.
Huge.
Yep.
Oh
It looks
man.
like-
that is Kevin Roy, Jason Adams.
Yeah, it looks like Jason lost it. Yeah, he lost it, and
Oh,
then
man.
right up into the 77.
Robbie
of
Stewart,
Kevin.
I think, is going to get hit right here.
Yeah, Kevin Roy. Robbie Stewart
Oh,
slams Jason Adams. Ouch.
Man,
Oh, man.
that's whose hood was up on the car.
Yeah.
Buzz avoided it. Look at Buzz going, just making his own path.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, right there. Yep, he made it through. Wow. Quick yellow here. Ouch.
So, whatever penalty that Rogic got on that restart, whatever it was jumping the start, or, I mean, he was the race leader. I guess he mistimed it, or
yeah, I don't
didn't.
know.
He either went before the box or went before green, right? Like, do the guys always go on green, right?
I believe they always have to go on green here. I think
Okay,
that
so-
is the rule for SRU. You
So
know,
then
I can.
A good. The only way then he could have got the penalty and had to have made that pass through would have been if he went right before the lights turned green for the restart, right? So, and him having that penalty, if it was a penalty, just caught out Heath, and so unfortunate because Heath had already spun out earlier in the race, and he had made his way all the way back up. He was what, like third position when that happened? Man.
Yeah, I am looking here.
And
All right,
then the
so. Okay, so getting into the rule book here, all restarts begins on green flag. They have to go on green. So if he did jump that a little bit, then yeah, that would have been a penalty going down for...
Thank you for looking at the rule
Yeah.
book. My phone was charging.
Dedications, of course, they got deductions for all the series. Now, I don't know if that is the case, but if it is, according to the rule book, it's a 10-point penalty for jumping the starts as well as other start-restart violations.
So Rogic just got a 10-point penalty,
If-
and he had a pass through.
If that is the why he got that penalty. Now, I'm just looking at the rule book here, folks. I don't know exactly what that penalty was for.
While we're under caution right here, could we go back to the previous restart?
I can't go back that far.
Okay, 10-4.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd ask.
I mean, I could, but then by the time I got back there, then we did it. They'd be going green, and it'd just be a headache. So,
hey, it's all
and
cool.
this is where another iRacing account would come into handy. Here is you know,
I know it.
No, not for you, but for me. You know, I could have a little old box on my computer, and if I needed to do a little rewind, I could just do a little rewind on that. You know. Just side by side, in-car view, track view on one, you know. Might have to jack my brother's.
Oh, my goodness.
Use his for Sunday. Use mine and his for Sunday nights, because he's going to hopefully start helping me again. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, Dylan, of course, like I said out in chat, how you doing, Dylan? All right. Well,
do you do anything on Friday?
I do not do anything on Fridays. Right now, I am off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and of course, we have this Saturday coming off for OP, since that's one of the leagues that I do here on MaxspeedTV. I don't really care. I'll say it. We'll be off Saturday for the 4th of July week, but not every league's doing that. I still have a broadcast Monday and Tuesday, so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but it's all right. It's all right. Proton tomorrow night, and of course Graceland Shootout Tuesday. So we have a very interesting laps we're doing on Tuesday night, which is cool. We'll get more on that later on.
Hopefully Proton, like the league name Proton, don't get messed with, because that's an actual name for a sports car team in racing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they.
Hopefully they don't get messed with. You know what I mean? Like the copyright hammer.
Right. All right. Well, pace the car is off and away. Sorry to interrupt you there, Will, but
you're good.
We're coming back
good.
Green here, coming to lap 66. Chris Paff, Austin Sailors, Yarrow, Ashley, Bridgman, Deutscher, Gilmore, Comensberger, Gomez, and Darnell. Green is out. And we are back underway here after really a crazy couple of laps there, I got to say.
Yeah, no other way to word it.
Not exactly sure what happened to everybody out there. I don't know the penalty or, you know, and the little incident there. But, hey, back underway, though. Wow, Deutscher! Oh, and a hard leg goes Clifton Ashley into the wall. Oh, that hurt me more than it hurt Clifton, I think. And we're going to get on him here, folks. Oh, and I don't think the 21 got into him. But he might have taken the air off of him for sure. I'm going to watch it here, and right down here into the corner. Could have been some net coating there, because he didn't hit him according to this. But right there, you could see Deutscher coming up, and it just upset that Castrol 10 car, and he tries to save it, and it snapped to the right, and he licks literally the outside wall here head on. That was a hard hit for Clifton Ashley. And I do believe the 44 of Robbie might have got a little piece of that too. And you just car parts flying everywhere, Will. I love the way that they did the damage model. I don't like the fact that we had to say that with Clifton, because we interviewed Clifton and the Max.
Yeah, you cursed him. I'm just kidding.
And the curse strikes again. I'll say it. I'll say it. I have no problem saying it. So, man.
I know you're the one that believes in the curses and stuff, so like.
Well, I don't necessarily believe in them. It just happens at the unopportune time, you know.
Yeah. It really does. It's just.
I bet you one race that I could do one race, not talk at all, and nobody will wreck.
Not talk at all, just be silent.
Just
like,
be silent and just change from car to car and not say a word.
Just be like, ladies and gentlemen, we're here tonight at Chicagoland. This is what's going on, and then
And nothing else.
After that.
Nothing else. Don't talk at all.
I don't think people would like us that much if we just did that.
I mean, that would be kind of cool to test that and see exactly if that's the case. But you know, how about we go ahead and get another interview in here?
Yes, let's curse Austin. or just whoever, it doesn't matter.
Was
that's
that
just who the camera was on.
Yeah, that was Clifton Ashley that I interviewed, wasn't it? Yeah. So
yes, after the interview. Yes.
Man, all right. Well, let's see here. Where's the 5 out of Bridgman? Let's see here if we can curse him here tonight. All right.
Yeah.
Philip Bridgman, got a copy there, buddy? Philip probably don't want to talk after that one.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, buddy. Well, you started 6th, running in 4th. Still got plenty of laps to go here, buddy. How you feeling out there? What's it going to take you this evening?
I want to say just like a level head, to be honest. It's kind of hectic. The car feels pretty fast for the most part, but I feel like there's a couple that are a bit faster out there. But I'm just gonna try my best, to be honest.
What's corner exit like? I've noticed a lot of drivers. Well, me and Will both have noticed a lot of drivers getting tight out there. Are you feeling that, or is it slick?
I guess I'm kind of feeling a bit on the loose side, but it is very tight at the same time, because like it all kind of depends on how you take the corner and like when you're hitting the gas, like while you're in 4th gear or if you're in 5th gear.
So y'all downshifted?
I definitely have done.
Oh, okay. All right. So, you know.
Yeah, you have to downshift here.
Oh, wow. See, I did not know that. Learn something new every day, folks. So, well, it looks like you guys are one to go here, buddy, so I'm not going to keep you. Good luck down there.
What was that crash light, real quick, Phil? Sorry, Josh.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that crash.
What was that crash light? Like, you had a front row seat for, like, just seeing Clifton, like, light flashing before your eyes, right?
Oh, for sure. Like, I thought I was going to get involved in it. I was lucky not to. It was quite a flash before my eyes.
All right. Well, catch you later, Phil.
All right. Yep. Good luck,
Appreciate
Phil.
it. You guys too.
Yep. All right. Well, let's just hope we both didn't curse him.
Yeah, we're just whirling our curse pot around. You know, we're just mixing up all of our toxins.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sharing. I'm sharing the witch brew with you. I guess you could call it that way. Here we go, folks.
Yes.
Space car will dive off to the safety of pit road here. Man, tough break for Clifton. Oh, I hate that, man. Here we go, folks. Sailors, Path, Yarrow, Bridgman, Deutscher, Gilmore, Darnell, Coleman-Sperger, Gomez, Heath, top 10. Here we go. Green is out. Everybody on the loud pedal once again here tonight. And very, very, very good restart. Very clean, it looks like, and very close. So that's a lot of berries in there. Out of 2. Oh, boy, I thought the 21 was going to come up into the 57 there for a second. Oh, man. That looks like Sailors. Or, no, that's Yarrow.
Yeah, that is. Yarrow's having a fantastic run at the moment as we're coming to 75 laps to go here in just a couple of more laps.
Yeah, if Yarrow gets up front and he starts to pull away, then you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say Yarrow says, see you tomorrow.
We about to be halfway.
Yeah, we about to be halfway. What is it, 75 laps? Yeah, 75 laps. Yeah, they have to complete lap 75, but yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
That'll be coming up here
So, Austin, Path, Bridgman. Is that Robbie? No, that's Zach.
Hey, we've got Deutscher, Yarrow,
those front
Gilmore.
ends, man.
Darnell, there is Robbie right there.
I'm going to get on to Zach and tell him not to run that paint scheme again next week.
Coleman-Sperger and Zachary Rogic made his way back up on the lead lap. He is back up in the 10th. You know, Kyle Heath also back up into the 8th spot. Now, he started 4th, but, man, we had
Yeah, I forgot to let you know that we will be shifting here tonight, Joshua, at the top of the show. So
Yeah,
my apologies.
I do
Whenever
appreciate
you ask me what we're looking forward to,
Yep.
I forgot to say, hey, shifting will be a big key. You know,
Well, too
who
late
can?
for that.
You blew it. So anyway, whenever we were riding on one of the in cars, I can't remember who it was, but they were shifting, and I forgot to be like, "Oh, Joshua, look, they're shifting."
Yeah, I didn't know they would be shifting here. I figured maybe you'd be able to run it in 4th gear, you know.
No, unfortunately not. You bogged down too slow, like kind of.
Oh, wiggle there by the 5 of Bridgman. See, here we
That's
go
going to allow
again.
teammate Zach Deutscher to get to the inside.
That'll-
Can Zach go down the bowling alley and get in the gutter, or will it be another strike? So
Ooh.
it's okay. I can joke like that about Zach.
You've known Zach for a while, so.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I mean yes.
Unfortunately.
No, I didn't say that. Not at all. No one heard that. I'm just messing. It's all jokes.
I
jokes.
used to call him Doucher.
Yep.
You know,
Hey, a lot of people still do.
Yeah, could not pronounce his last name for the life of me, and he just got 2 spots there. He is up to 2nd now. He come around Chris. He got around, of course, Phillip. So now Zach's going to try to run down Sailors, who has been up front here for a couple of laps. He's led 18 laps altogether. He does have Zach, though, coming up on him, and it looks like they're running similar lines. So, you know, all Austin really has to do is just run his line. Don't worry about Zach. Make Zach pass you. You don't worry about him. Chris Paff, Phillip Bridgman back here for 3rd. You've got Robbie Darnell. Robbie Darnell falling back to Rogic here. So Rogic's coming back up. But go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, that's normally rule of thumb, rule of thought, you know, like, hey, if he's just as fast as me, well, I'm going to make him work for it. I'm going to make him, you know, maybe have to go to the outside, you know, go where I'm not.
Yeah, make him burn up his tires to pass you.
Exactly.
And that is exactly what would happen if Deutscher does get to the back end of Sailors, which he's right there. But, you know, what's Zach going to do? Is he just going to kind of just lay back, stay behind him? Because you can just see their lines here. We'll go cockpit. Let's go cockpit here with Zach, if I can find it. There it is right there. And we can just see how similar. Now, they're not dead on, but, I mean, very, very close. I think Zach does get a little bit lower than what Austin does. Really rides that yellow line. Oh, yellow! Wow! I did not see that coming. Oh, Robbie Stewart driving. Oh, no! Right here is where it's going to be. Oh, no.
Munson.
I think that might have been Munson.
It was.
Yes, it was. Oh, man. All right. Well, see Munson onto the outside. It looks like Robbie just comes right up into him, trying to, I guess, maybe set up for the turn, and right there it was. And that sent, of course, Robbie Stewart. Sorry, Darnell. Backwards. I'm throwing Robbie Darnell on the wreck here. Well, there's too many Robbies. I'm going to change one of them to, I don't know. Probably start calling Robbie Darnell and Robbie Stewart, just to keep them separated. You know, just
I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Swell idea.
Swell idea. Hang on a second, folks. We'll take over. I'll be right back, buddy.
And for it, so we see the setting sun here at Nashville. So it is another one of those good sunsets on the old iRacing platform here this evening. It's not a beautiful one, not spectacular. It's not a breathtaking backdrop, but looks like an average sunset. So that's a plus, I guess. Not a complete bummer, but anybody cares about the real world racing that's going on at Nashville Superspeedway with the NASCAR Cup Series, It seems like the race that's never going to end. So good for them. You know, they just that carnival of a racing series. I tell you what, I'm not the first person to call it that. But anywho, I love it, or else I wouldn't watch it. Come on now. 24 Hours of Spa was basically the same thing, so can't really complain about anything, I guess. I'm not really complaining, I'm just speaking. So yes, working this caution here, probably going to get the green flag at lap 84 of 150. The rate this race is going, you know, you just don't know who's going to be up here, going to be tussling, bustling, you know, barroom brawling for a win when it comes down to the nitty gritty here. We've seen so many drivers have good runs, but yet those just fall to the wayside this evening. And then we've seen good drivers be up here consistently, like Austin up here in the lead. Zach, you know, he's had a couple of run-ins tonight, but nevertheless, you know, he's up here in second position. Like I said, those run-ins, not necessarily, you know, not completely his fault, but racing incidences just happen. We got Chris Paff, our pole sitter, riding in third position. So he's looking to maybe just sweep the night as far as, you know, setting on the pole and winning the race. Not necessarily. We saw, you know, if anybody watches the Real World Racing Friday evening, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, I believe Christian Eckes led every lap of 150. So welcome back.
Thank you. All righty. It looks,
Welcome.
looks like we're winding it down here pretty quick. 83. Still plenty of laps left, though. I mean, what are we looking at? Take a look at our caution number here, folks. In total, now this does include the stage caution as well. So 6 cautions in total. Includes the stage for 22 laps, 67 laps to go. So yeah, still plenty of laps. It takes them about 29, roughly about 29 seconds. You just round it to about 30 seconds a lap here. So 2 laps a minute roughly, 67 laps to go. 4 lead changes. That is all we have had here tonight. Now, I do believe that number will go up some. I don't think it'll go up much further. Probably up into the, you know, maybe possibly around the 8-10 mark. Not as high as what it would be on a super speedway like Daytona or Talladega, but, you know, I think it will get up there. All right, Dylan Lane out there says he heard it. I guess she's saying something about unfortunately, so he heard it. And for everybody that doesn't know, Dylan is Steven's nephew. He calls him donkey. I call him monkey. Therefore, he's a monkey donkey. Sorry, Dylan. Never met him, but he seems like a pretty cool dude. All righty, here we go into the start zone. Can't really call it a restart zone, but start zone here tonight. And back underway. Here it is, the Geico restart zone, but they have to go on green. They cannot go when they enter it. They have to go on green. Zach Deuscher taking over the lead here. Sailors back into second. Here comes Phillip to the outside. Oh, man. Good battle for second. Good battle for, what is that? Robbie Darnell back here for 7th. Coming around Gomez there, the IBM, the Folgers 11 of Jim Coleman-Spurger. There's Kyle Heath making his way back up through the field here as well. Jeff Gilmore right on his bumper, literally, and I think Kyle Heath's putting that pressure on Jim too, so. Well, you have no choice but to accept it.
Yeah, Austin falling into the clutches now of just all the dirty air.
Yeah.
Chris Paff looking for a way by.
And there's Chris. Chris has been up here several times too.
Yep. Phillip up there on the outside. He's kind of getting just stuck behind Austin now, so his momentum being halted. There's Rogich making his way back up inside the top 3, trying to at least.
Yeah, he's battling, looks like Austin and who is that beside him? Philip Bridgman. So he's got a couple of drivers to his outside he's got to contend with, and he's got the 22 right up ahead of him. So good battle, though. Here comes Robbie Darnell peeking. I've seen that 44.
Zach now in the clean air trying to pull away. We haven't really seen anybody pull too far away this evening as the battle for second place just keeps heating up.
Oh, yeah.
As they dive into these corners.
Well, and you know, another thing we haven't really mentioned, Will, is, you know, the more these guys race, the further the leader gets ahead, and the more drivers that will catch up to them. So, you know, you got Pass, Sailors, Rogich, and Bridgman right here together. Well, that's going to allow Yarrow, Heath, Darnell, Coleman, Spurger, and the rest of this group to catch up to them. And, you know, you're going to have, you know, 7 to 10 cars battling for one position. That could be a headache.
It could be, for sure, because it's just going to be brutal trying to make any ground up, because you're just kind of following the person in front of you. They're, you know, it's just a struggle trying to get by. You're just waiting for somebody to maybe go up a lane higher than they normally would, or maybe just give you a window of opportunity, or they just make a mistake, right? So it can be so difficult to pass here. 60 laps remaining.
And now back up into the P2 spot, bringing Rogich right along with him. These two, I don't know, I doubt they're working together, but in this situation, they probably are. Now, you can get a little bit of draft here, but you cannot get much. You get more of an arrow tight, arrow push than anything. So technically, it is not a super speedway. I don't know why they even call it that. Drives me nuts. There's single file, though, throughout the track here. Not really anything going on. The last driver on the lead lap is the 77 of Kevin Roy here. Jason Adams, the first driver, a lap down here. And I believe he has got company, too. We'll get back on him here in just a minute. Jim Coleman-Spurger, Robbie Darnell changing positions here, so looks like, let's see here, where is Jason Adams? There's Jason, there's Kevin. Looks like Paul is down pit road. All right. Right now, not a whole lot going on, Will.
Well, you got, you know, Yarrow up here. He's trying to get his way up there into the top 3. He's currently in 5th place, so he's having a heck of a run. You got Folgers attacking the coffee man. That, you know, like I've said before, if you play Xbox with Philip, you know, that's his gamer tag is coffee. So he likes coffee.
I don't think he liked it right there, though, right?
Yeah. I was about to say that. Come on, man. Beat me to my own punch. Come on. So, exactly. So, Jim one-stepping up on Phil. Oh, here comes Robbie looking to the inside. So, now Robbie's going to maybe take the attack on Jim here in a second.
Oh, I think they both attacked the wall.
Yeah.
Coleman,
they're making sure it's still there.
Yeah, Coleman-Spurger gave him a little bit of coffee, and Robbie threw him some feed out there, through the wall some feed. Hillsboro Feed Company, 44. I say it backwards just to bug Robbie. Back for the lead. Here we go. Rogich, Deutscher.
The battle of the Zacks.
Zachary and Zach.
Path right behind them, looking,
And
stalking with Austin.
Austin, man, these 4 drivers, they have been right here together for a while. They are single file, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can throw a blanket over here, over them 4, and you don't count him out. He's led a lap. Yarrow, he's coming.
Yeah, if they just keep getting a little more racy like you talked about, you know, that'll allow people to catch up like what Yarrow is doing right now.
Good thing I like about SRU is they start early and they end early. I love it. We are winding it down here, coming up on that lap 100 mark here. Well, coming up on lap 100 here this time by, and then the next time by will be exactly 50 to go after they complete lap 100. And out of turn 4 here. Oh, 21 of Deutscher. Pop the wall there, lap 100. So next time by, we will be at that 50 to go mark, folks. Oh, allergies, man. Yeah, allergies is not fun. Nor is a heat rash. Speaking of that, yeah, I've got a bad heat rash on my chest, and oh man, it hurts.
How do you, this may be a stupid question, but how do you get a heat rash?
From the heat.
But like,
It's just staying.
do you have to?
It's just staying out in the heat too long.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
I thought maybe
Yeah,
your body has
worse
to
than
like just.
Worse than a
Go
sunburn.
ahead.
It's worse than a sunburn, as Dylan Lane was saying in chat.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
10-4.
Yeah, they are not fun. Yeah, it's all over my chest and everything. Enough about my sunburn heat rash ordeal. But yeah, it stinks. It really does. All right, now we're going to talk about how many laps they've been out here. They've been out here, well, anywhere between 21 and 47 laps. Wow. Some drivers are probably going to have to end up coming down pit road here pretty soon.
Yeah, to presumably make the final pit stop of the evening, Joshua.
Yep, that'll be the final pit stop. Zachary Rogic has only been out here 21 laps. Chris Path, Sailors, Deutscher, Yarrow have been out here 47. Kyle Heath, 21. Jim Comensberger, 22. Robbie Darnell, 22. Jeff Gilmore, 22. Joseph Kelsey, 21. Philip Bridgman, also 48. 36 for Mark. That's Gomez, by the way. So
Bridgman and the ones you said behind Rongich, right? It wasn't Path, but the ones behind Path, right? Going Deutscher and
yeah, Path, Sailors, Deutscher.
Oh, okay, it was Path.
Yeah, all of them 49 laps now. Wow.
Man. So they're going to be pitting in just a few more laps, one could presume. You know, the cautions we have had has really helped them save the fuel. So,
but they're still going to have to come down.
Oh, yes, most definitely. I'm not saying they have saved the fuel to get home on. As we see there, Chris Path making his presumable final pit stop.
Oh, and it looks like Robbie Darnell was, yeah, it looks like he had a little
He went a bit wide, but he got there.
I think he did get there. Yep, he got down into pit road, so he is good to go. Man, so yep, green flag pit stops here, folks. After lap 100, they got it under control here, it looks like. Now, Sailor's not coming down. I don't see anybody else at the moment coming down pit road either. But that's not to say that they won't come down pit road. They just haven't came down yet. Well, it looks like, yeah, nobody else at the moment. This time by, I think they may be trying to bank on a yellow here at some point. It wouldn't surprise me if they try to bank on a yellow. Kyle Munson, he is not coming. Kevin Roy, he has been out here 25. He's not even electing to come down either. So, well, this time around, though, now, I have a feeling if we see Rongich come down, everybody behind Rongich will come. And I think if Austin comes, Kyle Heath down to the inside of Austin, speaking of which, that is a battle for second. Looks like Kyle is going to be able to get around him for that P2 spot.
You know, with this off strategy that not everybody's on, but a handful of drivers are on, it actually makes me ponder, wonder, question, you know, can those drivers, if it cycles out, if it stays green here, are they going to be able to have the pace at the end to run back down, you know, the time and stay ahead of the drivers that will come back out on fresh rubber?
Oh, good question. You know, right now we got Pap Darnell, and Jason Adams, who is all a lap down, but Paff and Darnell is the two that did come down. So that is a very, very good question. Are they going to be able to, you know, keep that pace up? You know, because sometimes the drivers on fresher tires, you know, they're going to be flying.
Yeah, for sure. They will definitely be flying. And, you know, you just got to be careful with the differential with old tires and new tires.
Bill Bridgman down pit road. Okay.
The speed you will be carrying with new tires compared to old tires around you. You know, you got to be mindful of that, kind of pass the traffic accordingly.
Set your passing up for the quarters if you can. Not sure which corner would be best, but, you know, it looks like Yarrow is coming down. One of the drivers that, you know, one of the drivers that when they come down, we probably have a feeling we're going to see a bunch more. Here comes Gomez down. That is Mark Koshik. In the 33. He's down pit road here. Looks like Jason Adams. Oh, well, he got down pit road, but he almost had a boo-boo there. Here comes Deutscher. All right, Deutscher is down pit road now as we speak, so I would assume next time around we're going to be seeing some more of the leaders jet down pit road. Rongich ain't coming. Let's see what Kyle Heath does. Nope. Sailors. Nope. Jim Coleman'sberger up in the fourth. Nope. Let's see. Jeff Gilmore, Kelsey, Roy. I don't think Roy is just coming out of turn number 2. So down into 3. We'll see here if Kevin Roy does decide to come down pit road or not. Nope. All right, so no takers yet. We got somebody else coming down, though. That is Robbie Stewart down pit road here, Will. So, you know, they're coming down 1 or 2 cars at a time. Good pit stops, though. I mean, these guys are taking it easy. Well, some of them are taking it easy coming down pit road. Well, just tell me to shut up if you want to talk.
Oh no, I'm just sitting here looking at the times and looking at everything. You're all good.
You're part of the broadcast too, so you know. If you want me to shut up, you want to say something, just tell me to hush.
Joshua, you're all good, but just wondering, pondering, like I said, when Rongich and all the others are going to make their final pit stop. They're probably going to go as long as everybody else did,
well, Rongich,
if they can.
Yeah, Rongich and Heath. Okay, so Rongich has been out here 36 now. Kyle Heath has been out here 35, but Austin has been out here 62 laps. So I would imagine Austin would be the next one to come down pit road if and when they do come down. Of course, that kind of obliterated our fuel window here. Of course, cautions, they can save fuel, so I will take that into consideration. But, you know, 62 laps.
Yeah, I didn't foresee him going 62, but neither in today's race did I guess they think they could get the fuel mileage that they did, but like I said, they just kept having cautions and cautions, so
yep.
Nashville, like we said at the top of the show, it can be a tricky track, and tricky comes in many forms, many ways, many shapes, and fuel mileage was one of them today.
Yep.
So
we've only had 6 cautions. That does include the stage, so 5.
Only 6 cautions.
Well, that's still not bad. That is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, that's better than 7.
that's better than 16, better than 26, better than.
Yeah.
You know, just keep adding a number in front of the 6.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean, spread out though now. You know, I think what we would be more concerned with really is a self-spin. Maybe, I mean, when you get back here to a couple of the drivers that are battling. Oh, here we go. We got more drivers now down. Here comes Austin, Jim, Joseph, all down pit road at once.
But to be fair, Joshua, normally if it starts off, or not really starts off, but if it kind of feels like it's going to have that vibe of maybe a caution you get towards that end of the short run, you're starting to get into the medium run then, and then caution. So if it starts to feel like that, maybe towards after that halfway point, maybe
Rongich.
is when the race starts to, Rongich on pit road
And
along
Heath.
with Kyle Heath.
Oh, and I think another one did come down too, but
normally that's around when the race will normally go green flag, after they get, settled. Racing, can be very, very close quarters at times, like we have already seen this evening, and tragedy has struck some drivers. So,
struck Clifton Ashley right after I interviewed him, dadgummit.
And Rongich got, a penalty right after we talked to him for winning the stage. So, like you said, we just whenever we think it's okay to talk to people, man, we just curse them. So,
and that happens.
Don't feel bad, Joshua. I do it all the time, regardless. It doesn't matter what league it is. So,
I think it happens to the best of them. It even happens in the Pro Series. So
Oh heck yeah! Closing in on 25 laps to go now in a minute, or less than a minute, in a couple of laps or two. English just. Brain doesn't want to compute with the lips or the vocal box, whatever makes you speak words, so.
Kyle Heath, man, look at those fresh tires. Blowing past Kyle Munson and Jeff Gilmore here. Now, Jeff is the leader here. And
that goes back to what I said earlier about, the speed difference with fresh tires compared to old tires, especially on a concrete surface track. Man, just like racing at Dover with old tires, new tires, Kentucky. I think Kentucky's concrete.
Looks like Gilmore and Kevin Royce, the only two that's got to come down pit road that's left.
We saw earlier in the season what Bristol was like, right? With old and new tires.
Yep. Oh, there goes another driver. That is Austin getting his lap back here. So the next driver that would be able to get his lap back once he got around would be, well, Kyle Munson has been out here 52 laps, or 42 laps, excuse me. So Kyle Munson would also have to come down. I don't think they can make it. We are going to hit lap 127 here tonight, folks. Thank you all again for tuning in on MaxspeedTV, the Dave Bush Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series, Season 15, round number 14 here at Nashville Superspeedway, presented to you all by MaxspeedTV. Will Roberts joining me, Joshua Medlock, here tonight. Of course, next week, Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Brickyard 250. And then the following week, 2 weeks from tonight, we will be at Gateway, the Gateway 200. That is the next two upcoming events for SRU, depending on holidays, of course. I don't think we've got any between now and then, but I got to give Robbie a hard time. Oh, man. But Jeff Gilmore leading the way here. This time by for Jeff. He will lead. He will be out there 47 laps. And that will be his 7th lap under his belt. Kevin Roy, Chris Paff. Now Chris has already pitted 22 laps ago. Then behind him is Zachary Rongich, 6 laps ago, 15 for Michael, 14 for Zach, but add 1 to that as they come across the stripe here. This time by, folks, will be 1:30. So next time will be 20 to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised about, some of these drivers kind of wanting to stay out a little bit longer than others, and I don't know if that's the best, way to go about it. You kind of feel like they could be losing too much time to others.
Oh,
like we saw Deutscher stay out so much.
Well, Kevin Roy's falling back here to 4th. Chris Paff, Zachary Rongich, 2nd and 3rd now, respectively. Jeff Gilmore is way up there. He's about 16 seconds ahead of Chris Paff.
A good possibility, Gilmore and Kevin Roy could be banking on a caution, maybe hoping for one to happen, and then, be able to come in and get those fresh tires.
Yeah, 19 laps to go, though. Kevin Roy down pit road. There he goes. As we see the 5 of Philip Bridgman here. He will get his lap back once he gets around Gilmore. Has not got it yet. Gilmore doing what he can. He has been out here so long. 51 laps, now down to about 14 and a half seconds ahead of Chris Paff and Zachary Rongich, respectively, because they are right here together. Zach to the inside of the 22. Fresher tires proven here right now is 27 to 11. So 27 minus 11 is what? 6.
Yes, 16.
Yeah. That's 27 minus 11? That's 16, right? Yeah.
Yes. Because 27 minus 12 would be 15.
Yeah, so 16 lap difference between them two. Or now 17 lap difference as it updated there.
It's 17 laps to go, Joshua. Jeff Gilmore still leads this race. And
I think Jeff's going to have to come down.
Most definitely. And it's probably going to be this lap, the way it's looking.
And we're going to keep an eye on him here.
I think you would only have to assume because Kevin Roy just pitted.
Ooh,
And Kevin
nope.
Roy and Gil, wow.
Nope, he did not.
I think he could have maybe just backed it down and missed it, maybe.
Kevin Roy got a lap back, though. He is now down 1 lap. Jim Coleman'sberger is coming up on Jeff, and Joseph Cossey's right there behind him. So Jim Coleman'sberger will possibly get his lap back here. Yep, looks like he will, as well as the 88 of Joseph Cossey. And here comes Gilmore now, down pit road with 15 to go. Now that is going to allow Rongich and Pav and the rest of the group. It'll cycle through now, but with 15 to go, is there going to be enough time and enough laps here for Gilmore to get in and get out back on the lead lap and catch the leaders? Because he'll have the fresher tires of everybody. I don't think he's going to be able to get out in the way, though. He is still sitting on pit road here, folks, as the leaders, well, as Rongich, our leader, is coming around. And Gilmore is now down the lap.
In 14th position, or no, I read that wrong, my apologies.
13th.
Okay.
Yeah, 13th. He is 13th at a lap down, but he is going to have those fresh tires. Now, there's not much of a gap. See, there's Path right there ahead of him. You've got Kyle Heath right there, and then Zachary Rongich. Now, Zachary is a little bit further ahead. Excuse me. He is down into 1 now. But right behind Chris, you know, I mean, I don't think there's enough time for him to get... There's probably enough time for him to get his lap back, but I don't think there's enough time for him to get back around, if you know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
Looks like Gomez coming around Robbie Darnell here for that 7th spot. Gilmore and Munson, real quick battle back here for 12th. We are at that 11 to go. Next time by 10 to go. Everybody's done with pit stops. Well, regulation pit stops at least. We could have some pit stops if we do get a yellow between now and the end of the race.
So Rongich leads. He has led the most laps tonight, so he will lock up the bonus points for the most laps led. Dominant performance by Rongich, even after having the jump the start penalty, one can only assume. We will ask him that. We will get down to the bottom of our investigation. You could call us the MaxspeedTV detectives here on MaxspeedTV. So, 10 laps to go. Heath is in second, back 2 1/4 seconds. Path over 4 1/2 seconds back. That's the podium runners as they run. Deutscher trying to get back into the top 5, but I don't see that happening. He may have to settle for a position outside the top 5 after his seesaw night as well. So many drivers having a back and forth etch-a-sketch night.
Yeah.
Josh, what?
Oh yeah, a lot of them, you know, having some problems, but
Kyle Heath went from the back to the front 2 different times, to
Right.
my knowledge. So if we could have a counter of how many cars he has passed this evening, it would be up there, you know. And there was only 18 drivers that started. 19, 18, 19.
Showing 18.
Okay, thank you. So. Yeah, it would probably be, you know, say 30, you know, 33 cars that Kyle Heath has passed in total, right? Like if he was to count how many times he's been through the field. Hasn't led a lap tonight. Unfortunately, Kyle Heath did not let a lap, but, you know, he's never... Not saying he hasn't been a threat tonight. You know, he's been present. Chris Paff, our pole sitter, back there, like I said, in third.
He's led 8 laps. he's worked himself back up toward the front here several times too. So, I mean, all these guys, yeah, they've had, some ups and downs and some struggles here. But once they got going and it went green, they never looked back. Now, that's not to say here coming to 5 to go here at the line, that is not to say that, we could have a little hiccup between now and the end to the white flag. We've already seen some self-spins here tonight, Will, so that is not out of the realm of possibilities. And, of course, pancaking that outside wall could also cause problems, too. We've seen that a couple of times here, too.
Yes, sir, we have. And you never know. Anything can happen in the closing laps of a race. So, like you said, now 4 laps to go. Once, there we go, the ticker ticks over to 4. It takes a second.
Yeah. ATVO's got to update. It's got to grab the information from the server, from the server here.
And like you said, this software is a few years old.
Yes.
So by in today's standards, it's a bit like, get off my...
Yeah, the overlays are several years old. Now the program itself is being updated every day by the owners of ATVO, Nick Thiessen, and I think there's another couple of guys out there. But I've talked to Nick, and it's being updated. Bugs are still being worked out and everything. But great program if you know how to program your own overlays into it. I don't, but. I know a couple of people that's been messing around with it, but this time will be the 2 to go mark here for Zachary Rongich. Can Kyle Heath manage to get up to him? And I think right now we're looking at Rongich, Heath, and Sailors as our top 3. As of right now, but it's not set in stone.
Yarrow might be slipping into the clutches of Deutscher, not 100% sure, but it looks kind of fairly close on the timing and scoring. Yarrow and Deutscher back here.
I've got Yarrow.
45 and...
I've got Yarrow in 5th, and Deutscher is in
6th.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, he's right behind him there. All right, there. Yeah, I was like, where's he at? I can't find him. Where'd he go, folks? I couldn't find him there for a second. He was right behind him, so. Yeah, Deutscher.
Bridgman going a lap down with 1 to go here by Zachary Rongich. Zachary Rongich going into 3 and 4 for the final time here at Nashville.
Yep, we're going to go ahead and get that off of here. And out of turn number 4, Zachary Rongich. He's going to pull out another win this season. Congratulations to Rongich on the win. What a great comeback. Kyle Heath in 2nd. And Austin Sailors is going to round out our top 3. That is our podium finishers here tonight. Chris Paff in 4th. And Michael Yarrow going to round out the top 5. Was able to hold.
Austin got Paff right there in the closing lap.
Yeah, he did.
I should have been more worried about that. My apologies.
Yep, Austin did get around Chris Paff there for 3rd. So, all right, well, we're going to get the top 3 up here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. We're going to have a word in with these guys and talk about, not only tonight, but next week and see what's in store for them. So, as we see the 38 going to burn it up here on the front stretch here tonight for another victory. We're going to step aside here real quick, folks, get them up here. Hang tight. We're going to be right back. All righty, folks, we're back here on MaxspeedTV. We have caught up with our top 3 here tonight. The Best Buy 43, that is our third place finisher here tonight. Austin Sailor's here this evening. Austin, man, well, it was quite the show, quite the track, quite the race out there here tonight. You know, bringing back up your driver bar here. You led 25 laps. You did start 7th, so on the outside of the top 5. But nevertheless, man, it was a crazy race out there. I don't know how you guys, did it. So talk about it. What was it like down there? Tight, loose, comfortable, not comfortable? Got to hear from you, bud.
And it was a fast race, great racing all around, and very, I don't know if it was tight or loose. I felt really good out there, especially on those restarts where I was leading. And I was able to pull off and just keep going. And then, burning off tires I'm a slayer of tires, so I slay them tires. All them guys come back and start passing me back up. So I was like, man, I need to ease up on these tires. So I started being easier on tires. I actually ended up running out of fuel coming to pit road on that final pit stop. So I think that's why I had to come back and pass all the guys I already passed. And I could have a lot later than them. So yeah, I lost a lot of time running out of fuel coming down the backstretch on the lap that I pitted. And I was able to actually, I took 2 tires, which put me right behind the 21, and I was able to get by the 21, then the 45, and then the 22, and then I was just kind of sitting kind of still for the last 8 laps behind the 13 and 38, so I felt really good with my car at the end there. Kind of wonder what would have happened if I didn't run out of fuel coming to pit road, if I didn't lose all that time, because running out of fuel in the backstretch, I had to coast all the way down through 3 and 4 and coast all the way down pit road to make it to my pit stop. So I'm wondering how much time I actually lost there.
So you think that running out of fuel cost you a little bit of time? Do you think if that didn't happen, do you think maybe you could have pulled out the victory here tonight? I mean, Zach was fast, Kyle was fast, Chris Paff was fast. We had a lot of fast guys out there here tonight. So being honest, I mean, do you think you would have finished up here in 3rd, or do you think you would have had something for Zachary or Kyle here tonight?
I think I would have been right there with them because I definitely felt like I was running a lot faster laps when I came out of pit road. I literally watched my lap times compared to theirs every lap, and I was just running consistently faster than them every lap. So I think I definitely could have been up there for the running. I don't think I would have honestly won, but I definitely feel like me and Kyle would have been battling for 2nd there a lot because I was catching them, and then once it got to the last few laps, I kind of just – I was like, okay, I'm in a good spot. I'm just going to chill here and just save it and just make sure I get across the line.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You did just that, buddy. Well, awesome job out here tonight. We got Indianapolis next week. Bigger track. So, that track is the same all the way around. It's the same on the front as it is on the back. You've got the short chutes between 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4. What's it going to be like going out there in these cars, especially on starts and restarts? Because I know it is tough flying down, that front stretch into turn number 1 side by side. How do you manage going into turn 1 like that?
Oh, man, I don't think anybody's going to be able to manage going to turn 1 at Indy. And it's going to be pandemonium. It's going to be crazy. I'm not usually the fastest at Indy, so I'm just going out there to learn and just hopefully get a good finishing position.
Yeah, well, good points tonight here for you coming into tonight, buddy. Awesome job. You were already up a spot coming into tonight from 9th to 8th, so good points tonight for you here tonight, buddy. The Best Buy 43. That's what I've got you in, so I don't know if...
Oh, yeah, that's what I ran tonight.
Okay.
I just want to let you guys know I'm not a part of Harpoon. We parted ways on good terms, and so I'm not... affiliated with Harpoon anymore, so I'm kind of just a free agent,
Okay. I did not know. So everybody knows now. So but Austin, awesome job out here tonight, buddy. I know you've got a few final thought shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate and get ready for Indy. So I'll turn it over to you, bud.
I just want to give a huge shout out to SRU. This is one of the best leagues that I'm part of, probably the best league. Just the racing overall is just so great, and a shout out to the broadcast and everything, dude. Everything is just so nice over here, and I'm just glad I get to be a part of it every Sunday.
Well, yeah, it's a great group of guys. Of course, I've known Gomez for forever. So ever since I started iRacing, so Gomez is a great dude. Robbie, and of course everybody over here. Jim for putting
Oh
up
yeah.
with everybody. So go celebrate your third here tonight, buddy. We'll see you hopefully at Indy next week.
I'll be here.
Yep.
I'm always here.
All righty, buddy. See you. All right, well, that is going to bring us here to our second place finisher here tonight. I can't see the car because it's in the, there we go, the Me Design 13 machine there of Kyle Heath. Kyle, man, you had your fair share of ups and downs here tonight. We're going to talk.
Kidding.
We're going to talk about it, but you managed to come back and grab a P2, buddy. So, talk about the race down here, your ups and downs, driving back through the field. Even Will mentioned it, so I wrote it down. So I'm not trying to steal his thunder, but I wrote it down here. You drove from the back to the front at least 2 times tonight, according to Will. It could have been more. Talk about it. What happened down there?
Yeah, well, the first caution was definitely my fault. A little bit too much throttle, a little bit too much wheel. So, and I turned left and it kept turning left and it wouldn't stop.
Oh.
So, yeah, there's that. And for my past here, the last 2 races I raced here, I've done the same damn thing. Caused the first caution, came back and won it. So I was like, you know what, this might be my omen. I want to come back and win this one. But I end up, 1 position short. Yeah, that felt like a 500-mile race from driving from the back to the front, I think twice. It almost felt like every damn time I came down pit road or something happened, I was in the back.
How did you manage, though, to get back up into a position, not only to finish top 5, but a podium? Because I know it wasn't easy. I mean, your drivers all around you, concrete, abrasive surface. Talk about you, Will, and Dylan down there without spinning it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I for the past 2-3 nights, I've been at Nashville, Xfinity trucks, and now next gens. So I mean, I kind of knew what the track was, how the track is, and what to do. But the next gens is a whole different animal. But like I said, I ended up wrecking it. Bring out the first caution, and then I think one of the restarts, the leader, he'd spun his tire, so I ended up getting a black flag off of that one.
Oh.
Had to come down pit road. Me and Zach both got a black flag off of that one. He missed pit road. I was able to make it on pit road, spun it out. Luckily, I didn't hit the yellow cone. It was only just a drive-through, so I got back on the track, and as soon as I got on the track, the caution came out, so I got the lucky dog there. And the rest is pretty much history.
Yeah, man. I mean, you were able to bring that Me Design 13 back up into the P2 spot. Great finish, great points night. For you, after last week down 2, still, 7 races left in the regular season. So, still plenty of time, but
yeah,
great.
I'm not really too much. I don't want to cut you short, but I'm not really too much racing for points. I come in here,
to have fun
whenever I can.
Yeah.
I wish I'd come in here every week, but
yeah,
life won't let me, especially with it being an early Sunday night race.
Yeah. Well, are you going to be at Indy next week? You going to try or?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
next weekend I think we're off, so it'll be the following weekend. I believe I can make it. Like I said, I believe I can make pretty much every race until my kids have to go to school.
All righty, buddy. Well, awesome job out here tonight, man. Indy is just same track, front and back. So, it's really no change in anything about that track. So how do you feel about it? Real quick.
I feel pretty good. I mean, it has its ups and downs. You really have to take care of your car and hit your line pretty much perfect, because if you overshoot it or even try to gas it too much coming out of the turn 2 or turn 3, you're going to be in the wall.
Oh yeah, definitely so. Well, bud, I'm not going to keep you any longer, man. Awesome job out here tonight, P2. Final thought, shout out, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate?
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to my wife. Let me race tonight. It's early racing, so it's kind of really hard to get on here, but the kids let me do it, so I give a shout out to them. Shout out to Robbie, who's over SRU. Cup Series. Shout out to everybody. It was a pretty good race. Everybody had their ups and downs. Crap happens. But
Yep.
yeah.
All righty, buddy. Well,
Thanks for everybody who watched the race, man. That's the number one thing. Everybody who comes out and watches the race and gives a like and thumbs up and everything else. That's pretty cool.
yeah, we had a good turnout here tonight as well. So, go celebrate your P2 here tonight, buddy. We'll see you next week at Indy.
Yep. Thank
you, bud. All right. Well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight, Zachary Rogic. He had his also fair share of ups and downs here this evening, but somehow managed to get it into victory lane, leading 88 laps, starting third here tonight. Zachary, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, you and Kyle and everybody that had problems out here tonight managed to somehow figure out a way to not only get back on the lead lap, but to finish, where y'all finished at. I mean, talk about, the start of the race, the penalty, I guess, that happened down there here tonight. Was it a early jump? Was it a black flag? We don't know. We need to hear it from you so we can kind of see what happened, bud. But, talk about it. Mike's yours, man.
Yeah, no, car was really good, but it was a black flag. The leader just didn't go. He spun, and there's no way we all could have checked up that much. It was just causing me problems, so I just went, gave us a black flag, and then mishap serving it. Then we served it, and then we just got lucky with a couple cautions coming, so we could get our lap back. We're just putting ourselves in that position, and then when that happened, we were going to be in the back anyways, so we took some extra fuel to make the next or the last pit stop shorter.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that other caution came out, after a while, I moved up to probably P3, and another caution came out or something. And my spotter was like, "We should just come in and take tires," because we had 2 sets still, and we would have had like 30 lap fresher tires, so I could go through the field. And if it went green, if I was the leader of that strategy, it would have been the winning strategy. So that's basically how it all went down there.
Well, I don't know. I still don't know how you did it, man. And now that black flag wasn't for jumping the start, though, correct?
No, I think it was passing the leader before the line.
Okay. Nah.
So I went on green.
Oh, wow. Yeah, man. Well, we was kind of curious. We talked about it. We didn't know if it was for jumping the start or whatever. Jumping the start, you do get a penalty, and that is in the rule book. So, So if you go back and watch the broadcast, we were kind of discussing it, but we needed to figure out what happened there. But, hey, talk about the green flag pit stops, man. I know, some of these guys out here, man, they were out here 50, 60 laps. You being one of them. Talk about how bad the tires were after a long run like that.
Honestly, the lap times fell off, but not too much. And as long as you felt the car and didn't try to drive it the same way you were 20 laps prior, it still rotates. You just gotta wait on it and know that everybody else has to wait on it too. So don't try to rush it, and the tires will stay with you. So that's all I did, and it wasn't too bad. But yeah, just we knew we had fresher tires, and then when Chris pitted and I switched to the lead, I was getting reminded of lap times to see how far the fall off is, to see if we should pit now or we could stay out. And we were able to stay out about 18 laps, so I knew when we pitted that he wouldn't have too much of a lead, and we'd have 18 to 20 lap fresher tires.
Okay. Well, hey, good call on that. Of course, Nashville Superspeedway, not technically a super speedway, so I don't know why in the world they named it that, but I mean, you guys can get some draft out there, but probably more aero tight than anything, right? Is that what I'm thinking? Yeah. Yeah, we seen a lot of drivers pancake the wall out there too. We thought for a second they was making breakfast. So,
right.
But hey, I mean, everybody that hit the wall did manage to keep it either away from everybody else for the most part, or if they did spin it, they kept it off of the inside wall. So that was a good thing. But, this track going into next week, Indianapolis, that track, I mean, front, back stretch the same. The turns are the same. There's no change other than track conditions. How do you feel about having some momentum now going into Indy? How do you feel about it? What's it going to take?
Man, that's going to take some patience. I mean, you're going into turn one, it's a 90-degree corner and it's flat and you're hauling butt. So you just got to be careful. And if someone's behind you, you hope that they're a little bit patient on entry. But yeah, and then you got the draft too. So I don't think anybody really is going to pull away. If you get a run, they're going to suck back up to you. So yeah, it's going to be pretty intense.
I think so too. Well, awesome job out here tonight on the win, buddy. Looking forward to next week, of course, at Indianapolis. But man, I know you got a few, final thought shout outs things you want to give before you go celebrate here tonight. So I want to turn the mic over to you again, buddy.
Yeah, shout out to the spotter for doing that call, and you guys for running this podcast. It's always fun to watch back on Mondays.
Oh, so you wait till Mondays?
Yeah, wait for it till tomorrow.
Oh,
yep, and I just watch it.
I see. You wait for a day. All righty. I see how it is. Gotta wait for a day. No, I'm just playing, buddy. Awesome win out here tonight, Zachary, man. Go celebrate your win out here tonight. We'll see what happens next week in Indianapolis. That is going to be, I think that's going to be kind of like a super speedway race. It's going to be anybody's race. Who can stay on the track the most?
Right.
So, all righty, Zach. We'll see you next week, buddy.
All right,
thank you. All right, Zachary Rogic there in that 38 with the win out here tonight. Of course, Will, man, it was a great race. Yeah, we had some yellows out there tonight, but I got to say, these drivers that did have their hiccups here tonight, man, they drove the wheels off of it, got right back up there, and they kept fighting as much as they could. And look where it put some of them. Zachary is the winner, Kyle back in second, just to name off the top two, really.
Yes, and exactly. And Zach, dominant performance, like I said earlier, just Kyle Heath was hoping to have a comeback drive back, like he said, have back-to-back races where he could have a mistake and maybe come back and win. So much happened in this race that was just, who knows, like what could have happened if things went differently. But hey, it's not, motorsports is so chaotic at times, and that's what we saw tonight. The close racing brought the chaotic, brought all the chaoticness to the event, and Rogic and all the others that was able to stay mainly away from all that. Rogic and Heath, they said they had the penalty, they were trying to serve it, and so forth. But yes, great racing. Can't wait for the Brickyard. What's in store for that?
Yeah. I mean, great racing here tonight. Of course, next week, Indianapolis, Will, that's a totally different animal. They're going to go into that race, and, as I mentioned earlier, the front and back stretch, I mean, especially the front stretch on the starts and restarts, going into turn number one at a high rate of speed, side by side, possibly even three wide, that's not something you really want to do. But, if it does happen, they have got to be careful, because that could set the stage for the big one on lap one.
Oh, most definitely, and it's quite easy to have a big wreck at Indianapolis, to take out half the field. It's such a narrow track. It's one of the narrowest tracks that you can put on a schedule, or that you can, that anyone can attend. So. Just can't wait to see what's in store, what the speeds will be like, because we haven't been to the Brickyard, Cup Series, in the real world. They have been racing the Roval layout at the Brickyard, the Grand Prix circuit at the Brickyard. So, like I said, I cannot wait to see what's in store.
Yeah, I cannot either. But we've got the unofficial results here tonight, pending any admin stuff they have to do here this evening for the Dave Busch Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series Season 15, round number 14 here at the Nashville Superspeedway. Of course, Zachary Rogic grabbing the win out here tonight. Congratulations for the great comeback there by the 38. Kyle Heath as well there. Great comeback by both of these guys. I mean, it could have been bad. They could have finished way in the back, but, they drove the wheels off of it, got it back under control. And look where they're at, 1 and 2 here this evening. Austin Sailors, he slayed the tires off that thing here tonight, and he'll finish in third, getting around Chris Path there in the fourth spot here this evening. Michael Yalro fifth, Zach Deutscher in sixth, Joseph Cossey 7th, Jim Coleman-Sperger in 8th, Gomez in 9th, and Robbie Darnell will grab a top 10 in 10th. Philip Bridgman in 11th, Jeff Gilmore in 12th, Kevin Roy 13th, Kyle Munson 14th, Jason Adams 15th, Robbie Stewart 16th, Paul Butts going in 17th. Tough breakout here for Clifton Ashley. I interviewed him, and, well, we'll just leave it at that. He'll finish 18th here tonight. And Robert Love did not start here this evening. He'll round out the entire group here in the lobby tonight. But again, our winner here tonight, Zachary Rogic here this evening. Tomorrow night, Proton, right here on MaxspeedTV. Don't want to miss it. It's gonna be an interesting event. Of course, all races on iRacing are interesting. It depends on if they're good or bad. So we hope to see all of y'all tomorrow night right here on MaxspeedTV. Myself, Joshua Medlock, Dylan's going to be joining me tomorrow night. He's going to be taking the place of Steven in the booth. Wow. Steven will be in the booth with me, and possibly we'll even have somebody else joining us tomorrow night. I will just leave it at that for now, and we'll see kind of what happens, because I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, and we'll see kind of what happens. But I do know it will be myself and Stephen Lane, possibly even Dylan. Who knows? Dylan may join us. I don't know. And maybe that other person. Will, as always, buddy, appreciate you coming out here calling these races. Glad you're a part of it. And, Indianapolis, I don't know what to expect there.
Yes, sir. Can't wait to see when we get there next week. So, Joshua, always a pleasure. Thank you for letting me join you in the booth and help call these races. So, yes, sir. Thank you.
You are so welcome. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in here tonight on MaxspeedTV. Until tomorrow night, stay safe. And thank you all again, and have a good night.